Hello everyone. Hi Shekhar. Hi Nalan, good afternoon. How are you doing buddy? कैसा चल रहा है? All good? Let's wait for a couple minutes. Let others also join in. Hi Gaurav, good afternoon. I'm doing great Nalan. Thank you so much for asking man. Hi Manish. Alright, so this is our first lecture on coordinate geometry. We'll be looking at three things today. One, what is your Cartesian system? How does it work? Number two, we'll be looking at what your distance formula is and different applications of it. And third, we'll be looking at the section formula. Yeah, these are the three things on our agenda today. Our aim is to complete them. Yes, these are actually one of the most important concepts in coordinate geometry. So अगर coordinate geometry से कोई question आ रहा है, then it will be from one of these. Okay. Chalo, let's begin. My name is Amit Surana. I am an aeronautical engineer. I'm from Chennai. I have over 6 years of experience teaching quantitative aptitude and I have trained over 2 lakh students in doing so. Please do not forget to follow #CAT live daily on Instagram the next time you go there. Also, please get yourselves added to these 2 Telegram groups. These are the active ones. You can use these groups to communicate. You can also use them to get your questions answered, discuss anything, and also to keep yourselves updated on everything that we as a channel have planned for your MBA prep. You can get your plus subscription and pick up any one of these packages. The top ones, the most preferred ones are 12 and 24 months one. Use my referral code Surana live to get your subscription. You can also go for Iconic, that includes having the benefits of a personal mentor and personalized test analysis and reports and other management entrance test preparation as well. So you can take the 12 or the 24-month subscription. Use my referral code Surana live. The prices are about to be increased guys, so before that happens I really hope that you get the subscription. You can enroll in any one of these ongoing and upcoming batches. These will help you better your preparation for CAT. With that, let's begin. Let's first talk about the Cartesian system. Let's see how it works. Yeah, so the Cartesian system is to represent a point in terms of a coordinate. Yes, to represent a point in terms of coordinates. That's what Cartesian system means, right? Hi Millie. So what you do here is, instead of representing a point as a point A, you represent this point A as the number of units on the x-axis and number of units on the y-axis, right? This is called your Cartesian system. So let's talk about the quadrants. Yeah, so in the Cartesian system you have your 2 axes, x-axis, that is the sleeping one, and perpendicular to the x-axis is your y-axis. They both intersect at a point called O, also called as origin. Yeah, so what we have here now, since they intersect and they intersect exactly at one point, we basically divide the entire plane into 4 quadrants, 4 equal parts, right? 4 quadrants. Each quadrant has its own property. The first quadrant is where both x and y coordinates would be positive. This quadrant x, o, y are also called as your first quadrant. Yes, so if I place a point anywhere here, then I know that the x's value, x coordinate, will be greater than 0 and the y coordinate will also be greater than 0, both being positive. Yes, at origin, exactly at origin, can someone tell me what is the coordinate of x and y? Hi Shreyashi, hello Keshav, good afternoon guys. Exactly at the origin, what are the coordinates of x and y? Anyone? Beautiful, 0, 0, right? So here it hasn't moved any unit to the right or left, or it hasn't moved any units on the up and down, right? It's exactly here. This is origin at 0, 0. Now if we have a point somewhere placed in this coordinate is called what? Your second quadrant. Yes, so what do you do here? You go anti-clockwise. Quadrant 1, 2, 3 and then 4, right? So quadrant 2 is where your x lies to the left of the origin, right? 0 से number line में 0 से left में क्या होता है? Negative होता है, correct? So here x would be negative, but y will be positive because it lies above the origin. Y is positive. Third quadrant, that is x dash, o, y dash, where both x and y lie on the negative side. So if you place a point anywhere in the third quadrant, it lies to the left of origin and below origin, right? Origin के left में भी होगा और origin के नीचे भी होगा. So here both y and x will be negative. This is called your third quadrant. And a point placed in the fourth quadrant, that is your last quadrant here, will have its x coordinate as positive and y coordinate as negative. Origin के right में, origin के नीचे. Agreed? So here x will be positive but y remains negative. Done? So understanding of the quadrants is extremely important, because if a question is given जहाँ पे आप algebraically नहीं solve कर सकते, उसको you can solve it using a graph. समझ में आ रहा हो? A question from coordinate geometry, in most cases what I would suggest is solve them algebraically. Yeah, if it doesn't get solved algebraically, बहुत ज़्यादा complications हैं या answer choices थोड़े से confusing है, then you can directly go for solving it graphically. Got it? Either solve it algebraically or solve it graphically. तो graphically solve करने के लिए आपको points को place करना ज़रूरी है. You should know which quadrant is what. Done? Does everybody say yes if you've understood the idea behind quadrants? Done? Beautiful. Chalo. So if I want to mark a point A where x is -5 and y is 3, in which quadrant will this lie? X is negative, -5 and y is 3. कौन सा quadrant में lie करेगा ये? Which quadrant? 1, 2, 3 or 4? It will lie in the second quadrant, right? To the left of 0 but above 0. Yes, left of 0 negative, above 0 positive. Yes, if I were to put another point B, let's say -6, -4, where would this lie? Where would this lie? Which quadrant? 1, 2, 3, 4. This will lie in quadrant 3, because here left of origin, below origin. Yes, so both will be negative. So point A will lie in the second quadrant, point B will lie in the third quadrant. So if I draw a line joining these 2 points, then you know that the line passes through the x-axis. Yes, ध्यान से सुनो, this line AB passes through the x-axis. Yes, how do you know it passes through the x-axis? Because your y coordinate has gone from positive to negative, right? Y coordinate has gone from positive to negative. That means there's one point that is above the origin, one point below the origin. That means it must pass through the x-axis. I hope you are understanding this. Yeah, if I place let's say if I place a point here in the in your fourth quadrant, let's say place a point in the fourth quadrant where x is positive and y is negative, correct? Let's say we place another point C which is plus 3 comma minus 5. ठीक है, point C is plus 3 comma minus 5, which we know will lie in the fourth quadrant, है ना? Agreed everyone? This will lie in the fourth quadrant, 3 comma minus 5. So look at this, if I join A and C, you know that AC will intersect the y-axis also and also the x-axis, correct? It will intersect the y-axis also and also the x-axis. Why? Because x negative से positive हो रहा है, that means y-axis को cross करेगा, y positive से negative हो रहा है मतलब x-axis को cross करेगा, समझ रहे हो? Yes, if x coordinate shifts positive to negative, then it will intersect the y-axis. Yes, if y coordinate shifts positive to negative or negative to positive, whatever, then it will intersect with the x-axis. Yeah, that means there will be a solution. There will be a solution here. This point will become what? This point will become 0 comma something y, and what will this point become? This will become x comma 0, right? So it becomes easy for you to fetch the solution for a given set of coordinates. Done? Now let's go to the second part of it that deals with the distance between two given coordinates. Yes, if two coordinates are given to you, let's say P and Q, the coordinate of point P is x1 and y1, and coordinate of point Q is x2 and y2. If these two are joined, if these 2 points are joined PQ, then what will be the distance between P and Q? That's the question, right? What is this length P and Q? Yeah, so the fastest way to find out, you can find it out using the origin. You keep origin because everybody knows origin ka coordinate 0 comma 0, right? So you can use Pythagoras theorem and find out. Would you agree with that? If we use Pythagoras theorem, would we be able to find out? So let's say if this particular line lies here in the first quadrant, P comma Q, yes, then if I know this distance and if I know this distance, I can find out this distance. Same way, if I know this distance from here till here, right, from here till here, this distance, and if I know this distance, this is the coordinate. Yes, I need to find this length. I can use Pythagoras theorem for that. I know this length, I can find out this length using Pythagoras theorem. Or what can I do? This forms a rectangle, है ना, ये rectangle हो गया. So if I can find out this length, if I find out this length and this length would be equal. Are you getting? So the idea behind that is what? Dealing with the distance between the points given, right, in terms of x and in terms of y. So to find out the distance between 2 points P and Q, whose coordinates are x1 y1 and x2 y2, what would it be? x1 minus x2 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square, the difference between the x coordinates and the difference between the y coordinates, sum of their squares and the root will give us the given distance PQ. Yes, this is one of the applications of your Pythagoras theorem. Yes, we just looked at it. Got it? Yeah. Or if x1 and x2 are greater, then either which way, since you're taking square, it doesn't matter which coordinate you take first. But if you're taking x1 and y1 as first, then keep that as first, and x2 and y2 as second, then keep that as second, or vice versa. Fix a point. Yes, if this is P, this is Q, whichever you bring first will be the first term in the difference. That's pretty much it. Yes. And if we need to find out the distance of a point P from the origin, yes, so what do? Let's say point P is x1 and y1. We know point Q is nothing but your origin O, whose coordinates are what? 0, 0. So in the same formula, just replace x2 and y2 as 0 and 0 and x1 and y1 as x, y. You will get the distance from the origin, x square plus y square the whole root. Understanding this? X square plus y square the whole root. Done. Why are we using this modulus? Because distance is a physical entity. Distance जो है वो physical entity है. Distance negative नहीं हो सकता. Right? Distance is always positive. So this value will always be positive or greater than equal to 0. Got it? Done. Shall we try out an example with distance formula? Say yes, guys, if you're ready for an example. Distance formula. Correct? Chalo. Here's your first question. Quickly try this out. Go ahead, guys, try. Nalin says B, 13 units. Hi Ravi. No, this is coordinate geometry, Ravi. अपन ने geometry already चालू कर दिया. We've already started geometry. This is coordinate geometry. We've completed geometry and mensuration. ये third है. Geometry के अंदर you have two-dimensional geometry, you have mensuration, and you have coordinate geometry. These two parts are done. We are at this stage now. Yeah, guys, anyone else answer to this question? हाँ रवि, पहले वाले देखना पड़ेगा आपको. You're gonna have to watch previous ones. Okay, Shreyashi says A, 12 units. Nalin had said B, 13 units. They are available. Yes, Ravi. YouTube पे available है. Okay, so what do we have to do? We have to find out the distance between P and Q, right? So the length PQ, we know distance between any given points is what? x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square, whole root of it. Yes. So in our given case, PQ will be equal to what? Let's to avoid confusion, write down x1 y1 x2 y2. Yes. So x2 क्या है? 5 minus of minus 7 plus 7, 5 plus 7 square plus The other thing is what? Minus 3 minus 2, the whole square, whole root of this, which is what? 12 square plus minus 5 the whole square is equal to 5 square root. What is this? What do you know about 5, 12 and? Anyone? 5, 12 and? Guys? 5, 12 and Pythagorean triplet 13. Yes. So 12 square plus 5 square is 144 plus 25 169. Root of 169 is 13. So the length PQ is what? 13. Yes. So if you know the given coordinates, if they follow the Pythagorean triplet, then you can look at them and also figure it out. Yes, you can look at the points and also figure it out. जैसे 5 minus of minus 7 is 12, minus 3 minus 2 is 5. So 12, 5 and the next term will be 13. That's the distance. Yes, the straight line distance is always the hypotenuse. The straight line distance PQ जो है, that is always the hypotenuse. ठीक है, चलो try this question now. Quick. Nalin says the answer is 12. How about others? और कोई? So what do we know? We know the distance formula, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square का root. Yes, and if we consider this as x1 y1 x2 y2. Yes, Shreyashi also says 12. Very good. So इसको यहाँ पे सॉल्व करने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. You don't have to plug into the formula and all that. Look at this. -6 से लेके -6 तक का क्या डिफरेंस होता है? It's forget the point. कोऑर्डिनेट्स के हिसाब से -6 से -6 का क्या डिफरेंस रहेगा? 0. Yes. So this part doesn't matter anymore because this is 0. And 11 से लेके -1 का क्या डिफरेंस रहेगा? 11 minus of -1 12. This is 12 square. 12 square plus 0 square is 12 square. Root of 12 square is what? 12. So the distance between the points A and B is what? 12 units. Yeah? Try this question out. Here we need to find the coordinate. We need to find x. Value of x, anyone? Nalin says 3. Nalin says x is equal to 3. Others? Stick to the basics, right? Stick to the basics. You know, distance between any given 2 points, x2 minus x1 square plus difference between the y coordinates ka square, the whole root. So you can take squares on both sides, it will become distance square is this. Yeah. So what do we know? If I consider this x1 y1, this x2 y2, this is 2 units, so 2 whole square is equal to x minus 3 the whole square plus 2 minus 4 the whole square. Yes, so what do you get? 4 is equal to x minus 3 the whole square. Don't break it just yet, because here you have 2 square, which is 4. So this gets cancelled. You get x minus 3 the whole square is 0. Take the square root. X minus 3 is equal to 0, or x becomes equal to 3. Yeah. So when x is 3, when x ka value is 3, that is when you get the difference between 2 points to be 2 units. Yes. And I'll give you a quick shortcut for this. Ye ho gaya your standard method. Right, a quick shortcut which works only in some cases. For example, like this, they've given the distance between 2 points is 2 units, and you are getting 4 minus 2 itself 2, correct? 4 minus 2 itself is 2. That means the difference between our x coordinates must be 0. Yes, basically means x2 minus x1 should be equal to 0. Why? When the distance is equal to the difference between the y coordinates, or when the distance is equal to the difference between the x coordinates, then difference between the y coordinates must be equal to 0, either one way. Yeah, just a quick logical approach to this. So distance between the x coordinates must be 0. That means x1 and x2 both should be equal to 3 units. Yes. Just a logical approach to this. Done. So is everyone now comfortable with distance formula? Yes. Chalo. Now let's go to the applications. Like, where else apart from simply just finding the distance, how do you use that distance to, you know, do something with it? Right? So if 2 points are given, you can show if the distance between 2 given points, if I say distance between A and B, if the distance between A and B is greater than 0, and if the distance between A and B is greater than 0, then you know that they are not the same points, right? Then you know that they are not the same points. But if the distance between them is equal to 0, then you know A and B are the same points. That is, x1 and x2 are equal, y1 and y2 are equal. They are the same points. That is for 2 points, when 2 points are given to you. When more than 2 points are given to us, let's say when 3 points are given to us, then using these 3 points, what can you prove? You can prove if the given set of 3 points are collinear or not. What do you mean by collinear? Them lying on the same line. Yes, this is called collinear. If they lie on the same line, same straight line, they called collinear. So if 3 points are collinear, you can prove that they are collinear, or you can show that they are collinear using the distance formula. If they are not collinear, if let's say collinearity mein no aata hai, that means they can form a triangle, correct? If they are not collinear, let's say if this point lies here, then they can form a triangle, correct? Then what kind of triangle will they be able to form? If they form a triangle, then using the distance formula you can find out what kind of triangle they'll form, whether they'll form a scalene, an isosceles, an equilateral, or a right triangle. Also, if 4 points are given, right, if 4 points are given, then you can also prove, or you can also find out what kind of quadrilateral would be formed. Yes, for 4 points, what kind of quadrilateral? For 3 points, what kind of triangle? If 5 points are given, and they said that these 5 points are in the same order, yes, A, B, C, D, E, same order, 5 points, same order, then you can also show that these 5 points form a regular pentagon or not, or whether they form a pentagon or not, right? If there are 3 points that are collinear, A, B and C are collinear, then they'll not form a pentagon, correct? They become like this. A, B, C will be a straight line, so then it becomes a quadrilateral. So you can prove that, you can show that, right? That's all distance formula can be used for. So let's first start with collinearity. What did we say? If A, B, C are collinear, if there are 3 points A, B and C, if they are collinear, then we know that, so if this is the case, then we know that if I add the distance between AB and the distance between BC, I will get the distance between points A and C. If this is true, then you can say A, B and C are collinear points. Are you getting this? If AB plus BC gives you AC, AB plus BC gives you AC, they are collinear points. Yes, are you understanding this, guys? यार है क्या समझ में? Now if they are not collinear, then what kind of a triangle will they form, right? Since these are only 3 points A, B and C, आप इनको कैसे किसी भी order में लिखो वो triangle बनेंगे अगर collinear नहीं है तो. If they are not collinear, they'll definitely form a triangle, correct? So if they are an equilateral triangle, if these 3 points form an equilateral triangle, तो इसका क्या मतलब हो गया? Distance between AB, between BC and between AC, all three should be equal, है ना? अगर तीनों equal हो गए तो वो क्या बन जाएगा? Equilateral triangle. Yes, AB, BC, CA, all three equal. If they are not equal, let's say if all 3 sides are not equal, but it's given that 2 sides are equal, only AB and BC are equal and the third side is a different side. Yes, AB is equal to BC but not equal to AC, then they form what? An isosceles triangle. Even in an isosceles triangle, you can prove what kind of triangle will it be, right? Whether it's an acute triangle, acute isosceles, yeah, or you can prove if it's a right isosceles, or you can also show if it is an obtuse isosceles, right? We have examples for these, don't worry, टेंस मत हो, अगर नहीं समझ में आ रहा है तो एग्जाम्पल्स है उससे क्लियर हो जाएगा. यस, सो राइट एंगल कैसे प्रूव करेंगे? टू प्रूव दैट a triangle is a right triangle. How do you prove that a triangle is a right triangle? It should follow the Pythagoras theorem. Yes, that is square of the length of one side plus the square of the length of the second side should be equal to the square of the length of the longest side. Correct? Two short sides ka square should give us the long side ka distance ka square. Yes, that's how you prove it's a right triangle. So if your isosceles triangle also follows Pythagoras theorem, then it is right triangle, right? Acute would be when your hypotenuse is less than the square of the other two sides. Obtuse is when your hypotenuse is greater than the sum of the square of the other two sides, है ना? So let's try out a question before we move to quadrilateral. Let's try out a question on this. Here's a question. Quickly try this out. What kind of a triangle is formed by A, B and C? तीनों के coordinates दिए हुए हैं. जल्दी से try करो. Any answers? एक second guys, I've lost the chat. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second guys. I'll try with the browser अगर चल रहा है तो. ब्राउजर पे चल तो रहा बट चैट नहीं दिख रहा. What is this man? ठीक है छोड़ा. I'm assuming that you guys are done answering it. मेरे को चैट दिख नहीं रहा. It's just still loading. Anyway, so let's look at this. They're asking what kind of a triangle is formed, right? A, B and C. So first let's find out what AB would be. The distance between points B and C and AC. So since we are going to use it to, identify the distance between them, might as well go for the squares itself. Yes. So if we go for the squares, what is AB square? 4 minus 1 square, which is 3 square, 9, plus 3 minus 2, that is 1, 1 square is 1. So AB square is 10. How much would be BC square? B and C. 5 minus 4 is 1, 1 square is 1, 6 minus 3 is 3, 3 square is 9, so this is 10 again. Yeah, so far it's what? So far it's an isosceles triangle because two sides are equal. Now for the third side, A and C, 5 minus 1, 4 square, which is 16, plus 6 minus 2, 4 square, which is 16. This is 32. So what do you get here? You get that AB square is equal to BC square, which is not equal to AC square. That basically means it is what? An isosceles triangle. Correct? So equilateral to nahi hai. Now we need to find out what kind of an isosceles triangle. Isosceles we figured out, but what kind? So what do we use? Pythagoras theorem. Yes. What is the largest side? AB का अगर मैं इसका स्क्वायर रूट निकालूं, इसका स्क्वायर रूट would be root 10, which is somewhere around 3. This is somewhere around 3. This will be somewhere around 5. Correct? 5 और 6 के बीच में, 3 और 4 के बीच में दोनों. तो we know AC is the hypotenuse. That means AC square and AB square plus BC square के बीच में क्या रिलेशन है उस पर डिपेंड करेगा. Right? What is this relation between them? AC square is 32. This is 10 and 10. So we know that 32 is greater than 10 plus 10, or hypotenuse is longer than what it's supposed to be. It is supposed to be equal to AB square plus BC square, but it's longer than that. That basically means it's an obtuse isosceles triangle. Got it? The angle is greater than it is supposed to be. तो अगर वो angle greater than supposed to be है, मतलब क्या हो गया? The side will also be longer than it is supposed to be. Yes, so it is greater. That means it's an obtuse triangle and it is an isosceles triangle. So isosceles obtuse triangle. Cool? Sorted na? Very good Ritik, very good Shreyashi, superb Nalin. Manem एक बार check कर लो. Hi Ritik. Yes, now let's go for the quadrilateral. Like, to identify what kind of quadrilateral. If 4 points are given to us, what kind of quadrilateral, right? Square का क्या property है? Square का क्या property है? 1, all the sides will be equal. AB should be equal to AC, should be equal to CD, should be equal to BD, correct? Yes, 4 sides should be equal. And what do you know? You know that their diagonals must also be equal, right? Diagonals भी equal होंगे. AD should be equal to BC. है ना? So if the diagonals are equal, all sides are equal. Square का क्या है? All sides equal, A equal to A equal to A equal to A, and both the diagonals must be equal, D. If it's a rhombus, yes, if it's a rhombus, then the only way to check a rhombus would be what? If the sides are equal. If the sides are equal, but the diagonals are not. Yes, sides are equal but the diagonals are not, then it's a rhombus. Sides are equal but diagonals are also equal, it's a square. समझ रहे हो? Same way if it's a rectangle, then what do you know? Rectangle में क्या होता है? Opposite sides equal होते हैं. Yes, rectangle में opposite sides equal होते हैं. मतलब AB should be equal to CD, ये दो opposite sides. BC should be equal to AD, ये दो opposite sides. यहाँ पे मैंने गलत लिख लिया. I marked them wrong. Consider them A, B, C and D. ठीक है? A, B, C, D. तो अब देखो AB and CD अगर equal है, तो opposite sides are equal. BC and AD are equal, opposite sides are equal. But what you know that AB should be equal to CD, but this should not be equal to BC and AD. समझ रहे हो? If they are equal, तब तो वो या तो square या rhombus हो जाएंगे. If it has to be a proper rectangle, then this. And in a rectangle, we know that the diagonals are also equal. So diagonals भी equal होने चाहिए rectangle के लिए. Understood? So opposite sides should be equal and diagonals must be equal. तो हो गया rectangle. अगर सिर्फ opposite sides equal है और diagonal equal नहीं है, तो that becomes a parallelogram. Only opposite sides are equal. A equal to A, B equal to B, but diagonals are not equal. अगर diagonals equal नहीं है, तो what does it become? It becomes a parallelogram. Sorted? एनी डाउट्स हियर गाइस? इसमें किसी को डाउट? यस नो जल्दी बोलो. डन ना? And also you need to ensure that it is a quadrilateral. मतलब क्या? No 3 points must be collinear. No 3 points must be collinear. Yes. Chalo. Okay. Before we move ahead, guys, please note that the price for the subscription are about to increase about 20-30% in each cases, right? तो ये increase होने के पहले ही go ahead and take the subscription. Use my referral code Surana Life to take it. Yeah. चलो now let's move to section formula. Clear है ना अब तक का what we've seen is sorted, right? No issues there. कार्टेशियन सिस्टम आपको समझ में आ गया? हाउ टू प्लॉट पॉइंट्स, यू अंडरस्टूड व्हाट डिस्टेंस फॉर्मूला इज, एंड यू अंडरस्टूड व्हाट आर देयर एप्लीकेशंस. यस, नाउ लेट्स लुक एट सेक्शन फॉर्मूला. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय सेक्शन? फॉर अ गिवन सेगमेंट, फॉर अ गिवन लाइन सेगमेंट, इफ आई से पॉइंट P divides this AB in some ratio m1:m2, है ना? मतलब AP is m1 parts and BP is m2 parts, या point P divides AB in this ratio m1:m2, then point P का क्या coordinate होगा? Yes, that's how you find out using your section formula. यस तो यहाँ पे दो टाइप के सेक्शन होते हैं. वन इज इंटरनल सेक्शन, द अदर इज एक्सटर्नल सेक्शन, राइट? इंटरनल सेक्शन जो अभी अपन ने देखा, ए बी इज अ लाइन सेगमेंट, पॉइंट पी डिवाइड्स द लाइन सेगमेंट इन द रेशियो m1 and m2, correct? On the other hand, we also have an external segment where if this is your line AB and if I say there is a point P, इसको extend करने पे placing a point P here divides this entire thing as m1 and this entire thing as m2. Yes, तो physically divide नहीं हो रहा है वो, but imaginarily if this was extended और फिर उसको divide कर रहा है, तो इस point P का क्या coordinate रहेगा? Yes, these formulae that we are going to look at are the coordinates of these points P. Yes, तो यहाँ पे we use the concept that we used in allegations, right? यहाँ पे what do we use? The concept that we use in allegations, cross multiplication वाला. तो internal AB है, m1:m2 में split कर रहा है point P, then point P का coordinates x coordinate और y coordinate क्या रहेगा? X coordinate is m1, which is this ratio, is to into x2. So A है x1 x2 x1 y1, B is x2 y2, है ना? Yes, this is how the coordinates are arranged, right? So m1 into x2, m2 into x1, and then their total ratio. Yes, do you remember? This is so much similar to allegations, है ना? एलिगेशन में अपन क्या करते हैं? द डिफरेंस बिटवीन ए बी एंड सी, इन दोनों का डिफरेंस विल गिव द रेशियो ऑफ दिस, इन दोनों का डिफरेंस विल गिव द रेशियो ऑफ दिस, है ना? वैसा ही है, सिमिलर, बट हियर वी आर नॉट टेकिंग डिफरेंस, वी आर टेकिंग प्रोडक्ट एंड देयर सम. यस, so m1x2 plus m2x1 by m1 plus m2 will give you the x coordinate of it. Same way m1y2 plus m2y1 by m1 plus m2 will give you the coordinate of y coordinate of p, x comma y. समझे? Basically splitting it in the ratio m1 and m2, that's it, that's the idea. Total ratio m1 m2. Yes. Now what happens when, in this case, what happens when both m1 and m2 are equal? मतलब क्या, यू आर स्प्लिटिंग द लाइन इन इक्वल पार्ट्स, m1 एंड m2 बोथ आर इक्वल. अगर m1 m2 दोनों इक्वल हो गए मतलब p क्या हो जाता है, p becomes the, anybody, if m1 and m2 are equal then what is p called? The midpoint. Beautiful. So the midpoint formula, or to find out the coordinates of the point P, which is midpoint of AB, is given as what? x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. m1 m2 दोनों इक्वल है तो उसको कॉमन ले लोगे, क्या हो जाएगा, ऊपर नीचे कैंसिल हो जाएगा. यस, नीचे हो जाएगा 2 times m, ऊपर हो जाएगा m, तो m and m कैंसिल. दिस इज x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. समझ गए? What is this? Apparently this is basically the arithmetic mean, right? Arithmetic mean of x coordinates. This is arithmetic mean of y coordinates. ठीक है? Understood? If you take the arithmetic mean of both, you will get the midpoint. Yes? Done? Okay, before we go to, okay, let's quickly talk about the external section formula. So if there is a line segment AB, and I want to introduce a point P which is nowhere on the line segment AB but is an extension of it, A, B और P collinear है. Please understand, A, B and P are collinear, one straight line. तो P का, if I say AP is m1 and BP is m2, then the coordinates of the point P would be what? m1 x2, same thing. यहाँ पे इसका coordinate होगा x1 x1 y1. Here it will be x2 y2, right? So m1 x2. In this case, instead of adding, you subtract. Yes, instead of adding, you subtract. Why do you subtract? Because this basically, this m1 जो है is inclusive of m2. If I say m1 is 5 parts and m2 is 2 parts, then AB होगा 3 parts. समझ रहे हो? 3 plus 2 is 5, है ना? Yes. Or if point P is given, then you can find out point B का coordinate by internal section. Yes. Either which ways, m1 x2 minus m2 x1 by m1 minus m2, क्योंकि m1 is greater than m2, m1 minus m2. Same way here also, m1 y2 minus m2 y1 by m1 minus m2. समझ गए? Clear? Ayush, I'm not really sure. Ayush, official information आने तक nobody can tell this properly, है ना? Okay, moving on with section formula. If they are saying that coordinates of any given point on the line segment joining 2 points, ये दो point है x1 y1 and x2 y2, तो यहाँ पे if I consider lambda as m2 by m1 or m1 by m2, जो भी, if I consider lambda to be m1 by m2, then you can say x1 plus lambda x2 by 1 plus lambda and y1 plus lambda y2 by 1 plus lambda. समझ रहे हो? Yes, but with the condition that lambda cannot be equal to -1. That is x1 m by m1 by m2 cannot be equal to -1. That won't be, क्योंकि ये रेशियो है. समझ रहे हो ना? ये रेशियो है, रेशियो -1 नहीं हो सकता. Yes, तो you are taking the section formula, you are dividing everything by m2. I hope you are understanding the section formula. क्या था अपना? m2 x1 plus m1 x2 by m1 plus m2, है ना? Divide the numerator and divided by denominator by m1 या by m2, जो भी, divided by m2. तो क्या हो जाएगा? If I divide this by m2, m2 cancel, x1 plus m1 by m2 times x2 by m1 by m1 is 1 plus m1 by m2 is lambda. ये हो गया आपका x coordinate. Are you able to understand this? m1 by m2 is nothing but your lambda. ठीक है? This makes it simple. अगर once you have lambda, क्योंकि अगर वो पूछ रहे कि ratio क्या है, if they are asking what is ratio m1 to m2, that becomes difficult to find, right? सो फर्स्ट यू फाइंड लैम्डा विच इज m1 by m2. तो यहाँ पे भी अगर मैं डिवाइड कर लूँगा तो क्या हो जाएगा 1:2 या m1 by m2 is to 1. m1 by m2 is nothing but lambda. So you will get lambda is to 1. lambda का वैल्यू आ गया मतलब आप m1 m2 ढूंढ सकते हो. I hope you are understanding this. ये वाला पार्ट आ गया ना समझ में. Here only thing that you keep in mind is your lambda is nothing but m1 by m2. Yes. And if the given line or if the given points are divided by any of the axes, जैसे अपन ने पहले बात किया था राइट, when we were talking about Cartesian system, तो मैंने बोला कि if it passes through an axis, x axis या y axis से pass हो रहा है, that means the axis will divide the given line in some ratio, है ना. तो अगर वो x axis के थ्रू पास हो रहा है तो उसका रेशियो क्या होगा, रेशियो ऑफ y1 by y2. वही अगर y axis से होगा तो x1 by x2. दिस विल बी द रेशियो. समझ गए. इफ द रेशियो इज पॉजिटिव देन इंटरनल डिवीजन है, अगर रेशियो नेगेटिव है तो एक्सटर्नल डिवीजन है. कूल ना. अंडरस्टूड गाइस. Yes, and if a line, if a given coordinates, let's say a and b, coordinates a b, x1 y1 x2 y2, if this line is divided by another line, इसके थ्रू कोई और एक लाइन पास हो रहा है, इस लाइन का इक्वेशन गिवन इज ax plus by plus c equal to 0. You know that ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is your standard line, right? Standard equation of a line. इसके बारे में अपन और डिटेल में बात करेंगे. Yes, standard equation of a line. We'll talk about this more in detail in the upcoming sessions. तो if this line divides a and b in this ratio, तो ये ratio क्या होगा, right? What will be m1 by m2? Yes, so m1 by m2 is given as minus of a times x1 plus b times y1 plus c by a times x2 plus b times y2 plus c. मतलब क्या हो गया, you're basically finding out this point, इस point का ratio निकाल रहे हो. Yes, this line, यहाँ पे जो भी x और y का वैल्यू होगा, यहाँ पे जो भी x और y का वैल्यू होगा, this will satisfy the line का equation, correct? This will satisfy ये लाइन का इक्वेशन भी और ये लाइन का इक्वेशन भी. So you're finding out the ratio of that. बुझे. Yes, अगर ये नहीं समझ में आ रहा, don't go too much in depth. एक दो एग्जाम्पल देखेंगे, समझ में आ जाएगा. ठीक है, रेडी. चलो, let's start with an example. Here's an example. Find the ratio in which the line 3x plus 4y minus equal to 7 divides the line segment joining the points 1, 2 minus 2, 1. करो, ट्राई करो. सो देर इज minus 2, 1 यहाँ पे है. यस, 1, 2 यहाँ पे है कहीं पे. एंड दिस लाइन इज जॉइंट. ठीक है, इस लाइन को कौन डिवाइड कर रहा, सम लाइन 3x plus 4y minus 7 equal to 0 डिवाइड कर. You need to find the ratio. m1 by m2 क्या होगा, जल्दी ट्राई करो. Nalin says minus 4 by 9. Any other answers? और कोई? Nalin says 4:9. इसमें नेगेटिव साइन में बहुत लोचा होता है, बहुत गड़बड़ होता है. यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल. यस. सो व्हाट इज दिस रेशियो गिवन एज? 2 points given, a line crossing it would be what? ax1 plus by1 plus c by ax2 plus by2 plus c इसका नेगेटिव है ना. we just looked at it. yes. तो यहाँ पे ऐसे क्यों कर रहे हैं? वाई आर वी टेकिंग x1 ऑन टॉप? बिकॉज वी वांट इसका रेशियो पहले x1 y1 के पार्ट का. दिस इज m1, दिस इज m2 है ना. तो m1 पहले चाहिए फिर m2, इसीलिए दिस इज x2 y2. तो फट से इसमें डालो फॉर्मूला में, यू विल गेट योर वैल्यू. दैट्स इट. m1 by m2 इज गिवन एज माइनस ऑफ a टाइम्स x1. a क्या है यहाँ पे? 3. a इज 3, b is 4, minus c is 7. तो c क्या हो जाएगा? -7. you have to be careful about that. ठीक है. c will become -7. ये बहुत कॉमन इश्यू है. so a times x1 that is 3 times 1 plus b times y1 4 times 2 which is 6 minus 7 बराबर है 3 times 1, 4 times 2 is 8. Sorry, 8 minus 7 divided by 3 times minus 2 minus 6 plus 4 times 1, 4 minus 7. Yes, which is what? 1 4 minus है बाहर, 4 by -9. तो minus minus cancel. What do you get? 4 by 9. So the ratio in which this line 3x plus 4y minus 7 equal to 0 divides our line formed by joining points -2, 1 and 1, 2 is what? 4 parts is to 9 parts. Yes. समझ गए? And since 4:9 this ratio is positive, since 4:9 is positive, that means internal section है. ठीक है. अगर नेगेटिव हुआ तो you're gonna have to balance it out. जैसे if our answer would have been -4 by 9, तो the actual ratio would have become what? 9 minus 4 5 by 9 हो जाता. समझ रहे हो? 5 by 9 हो जाता. तो डन. Hi Muralidharan. Yes buddy, I will be talking about that. Yes, we'll be covering all of it. We've already done arithmetic, we are done with entire algebra, we will soon be done with geometry, then we will have number system and modern math. So this is done, this is done, this is partially done, these two are pending. After this is done, we'll also start a new batch. Don't worry. If you're like, sir, I don't want to watch too many old videos, recording ones, we will start new batch also. ठीक है. हाँ नहीं श्रेयसी, forget that. उसका एग्जाम्पल जब आएगा तब समझाऊंगा बेटर, इट विल मेक मोर सेंस. ठीक है श्रेयसी, उसके एग्जाम्पल के साथ समझाऊंगा, एक्सटर्नल डिवीजन के साथ, तो फिर इट विल मेक मोर सेंस. या ओ सुपर मुरली, ग्रेट बडी. We need to find the points of trisection. Yes, find the points of trisection. I hope you understand what trisection means. Trisection का मतलब पता है ना आप लोगों को? Are you aware of what trisection means? So if we have AB, then we'll have 2 points. We have 2 points, P1 and P2, that divides this entire line in 3 equal parts. M1, M2, M3, where M1 is equal to M2 is equal to M3. This is called trisection. Yes, this is what is called trisection. Chalo, quickly try karo. So I want you to give me coordinates of P1, x, y, P1 का देना है और P2 का coordinates देना है. Give me the coordinates of P1 and P2. One point is 3,1. Okay, नलिन के हिसाब से one point is 3,1 and the other is 4,7/3. Okay, how about others? I've given you the logic here. M1, M2, M3 equal है. Logic दिया मैंने, फटाफट से try करके बताओ. थ्री कमा वन थोड़ा सा गलत है. One of the points 4,7/3 is right. 3,1 चेक कर लो एक बार जल्दी में कहीं. if you missed out something then try. 3,5/3 correct Manam. 3,5/3 is right, but this is one of the points. What is the other point? And what's the next point? Manam. 4,7/3 correct. This is right answer. नलिन एक बार चेक कर लो. 3,1 का जो सीन है वो एक बार चेक कर लो. Yeah. So what happens here? Look at this. In this question, if I say M1, M2, M3 are equal, that means this is one part, then this will also be one part, this will also be one part. Agreed? Each of these is one part. A P1 का distance will be equal to P1 P2 का distance will be equal to P2B, है ना? तीनों distances equal है. So I know that P1 divides AB in what ratio? AB को P1 क्या ratio में divide कर रहा? 1 part is to 1 plus 1, 2 parts, correct? 1 is to 2 में divide कर रहा P1. So with this can I quickly find out what P1 is going to be? Point P1, that is इसका x, y is going to be what? A, that is 2,1 and B, that is 5,3. Yes. So 5 into 1 plus 2 into 2 by 1 plus 2 comma 1 into 2 plus 1 into 3 by 2 plus 1. This is your answer, which is what? 9/3, which is 3 plus 5/3 comma 5/3. ये हो गया P1 का coordinates 3 comma 5/3. Do you want me to write down the formula? Midpoint formula. So section formula, midpoint नहीं है ये, section है. Section formula is what? Any given point P is going to be equal to M1 x2 plus M2 x1 by M1 plus M2 comma M1 y2 plus M2 y1 by M1 plus M2. Yes, this is for reference agar if you've gotten confused with this. So we found out P1 is 3, 5/3 and we need to find P2 now, right? P2 का क्या ratio है? P2's ratio is 2:1, right? 2 parts is to 1 parts. So 2:1 is P2. So to find P2's coordinates, P2 का x, y will be what? 2 into 5, 10 plus 1 into 2 by 3, comma 2 into 3, that is 6 plus 1 into 1 by 3. Yes, which is 12 by 3, that is 4, comma 7 by 3. Understood, guys? So you found out P1 and P2 के coordinates. These are your answers. Understood? So what is P1? P1 is 3, 5 by 3. What is P2? 4, 7 by 3. So understanding what trisection is very important. Yes, in 3 equal parts. Bisection, you know what bisect is? Bisection matlab kya? Splitting it in 2 equal parts. So trisection will be splitting it into 3 equal parts. Done? Beautiful. Try this question. Quickly try this. 3 points are given. You need to find out what kind of lines will they form. Quickly try this question out. Nalin says D. These are not collinear, not vertices of equilateral, and not vertices of isosceles also. Okay. How about others? Manam says A, collinear. Manam says they are collinear. Okay. How about others? Okay. So what's given? We've been given 3 points, right? A, B, and C. So let's check their distances. AB square will be equal to what? AB square will be -2 -1 -3 whole square 9 plus 7 -1 6, 6 square 36. Yes, this is how much? 45. Same way BC square. How much is BC square? 3 minus of -2 5, 25 plus -3 -7 -10 100, 125. And AC square, how much is AC square? 3 minus 1 2, 2 square is 4, -3 -1 is -4, 16. This is 20. So we know they don't form a right triangle. We know their squares are not equal, so they are not equilateral triangle. No two squares are equal, so they're definitely not isosceles triangle. But to check if they are collinear, not their squares, but their roots will give us the value, right? If I take the root of this AB square ka root, I'll get root 45. What is root 45? 3 root 5. BC square ka whole root, that is BC, will give me 125 square, which is what? 5 cube. Now 125 is 5 cube, so 5 root 5. And AC square is what? AC square ka root will give me AC, that is root 20, which is 4 into 5, 2 root 5. So what do you notice here? You notice that 5 root 5 is equal to 2 root 5 plus 3 root 5, or BC is equal to AC plus AB. What happens when sum of two distances is equal to the third one? They are collinear. So our answer is option A, collinear. ठीक है नलिन? Square से नहीं होगा, because if we want to check, let's say BC is equal to AC plus AB, we cannot check with the squares. BC square will never be equal to AC square plus AB square. No. Yeah, because then plus 2AB will have no importance. 2AB अगर 0 है मतलब या तो A 0 होगा या B 0 होगा. So समझ गए? Superb null है. चलो, now we have a 2-section question. First, find out the ratio in which these two points ka joint forming a line will be divided by x-axis. In which ratio? Find out m1 by m2, where x-axis is the divider. Let's say this is the point minus 4 comma 3. If this is minus 4 comma 3, this point, then 5 comma minus 2 will lie somewhere here, है ना? 5 comma minus 2. Yes. So if these two are joined, x-axis passes through them. X-axis passes through them. So we need to find what is the ratio in which the x-axis divides. m1 is to m2. जल्दी करो try. We've directly seen the shortcut for it, है ना? इसका shortcut अपन ने directly देख लिया. Two is to 3 in the first case. Are you sure? 2 is to 3. Four is to 5. So what was the scene? If your line is divided by x-axis, if line divided by x-axis, then ratio m1 by m2 is nothing but minus y1 by y2. Correct? Minus of y1 by y2. Do you agree? तो यहाँ पे y1 क्या है? 3 minus of 3 by y2 is what? Minus 2. Yes, minus of minus minus cancel हो जाएगा, तो you have 3 by 2. So the ratio in which the x-axis divides is what? 3 is to 2. This is 3 parts, this is 2 parts. समझ गए? Yes, Nalin? ये x-axis का 3 is to 2 होगा. Now find for y-axis. y axis कैसे divide करेगा? For example, if we have the y axis passing through like this, yes, could be at different points also, could be here also, whatever. तो y axis का क्या ratio होगा? This is what we need to find out. Memorized it in reverse. Okay. Now we are going for y1 because y1 is closer to this point now. Sorry, this ratio to this ratio, this is what we are looking for, right? That's why. Okay, if it is divided by y-axis, then the ratio m1 by m2 is going to be what? Minus of x1 by x2. Yes, which is minus of x1 क्या है? Minus 4, x2 क्या है? 5. So minus of minus is plus, that's 4:5. So this ratio is what? 4:5. Understood, guys? Done. There's also alternative. There's an alternative where you find out the if it passes through, अपन ने ये पहले भी देखा था, right? If it passes through x-axis, then the coordinate, इसका coordinate क्या होगा? If you find out this point, you will get something x comma 0. Yes, if you plug in this 3:2 and find out the point, this point m1 m2, अगर आप section formula use करके इस point को निकालोगे तो it will be x comma 0. Yes, same way here, this point will be 0 comma y. समझ रहे हो? This point will be 0 comma y. Yes. So you can also find out using that. आप 0 को substitute कर लो. You know this point is 0. ये जो point है यहाँ पे 0 है, तो you can also use that. We'll talk about that later. Yes, we'll need to know. We'll need to know the equation, how to form the equation using the given points. Yes, so we'll do it that way. Yeah. Okay, guys. This Sunday, 28th को, this Sunday on March 28 at 12 p.m. you have your combat, right? I understand there's Holi and all on that day. तो थोड़ा सा देख लो, like if you can spare an hour, 12 to 1, give your scholarship test. Use my referral code Surana Live to register for it. Yes, and get a chance to win scholarship. And there's also a T20 test series happening, right? I know this is very contradictive कि T20 है कि test है. This is not India England, this is between you and the rest of the applicants. There's a test series going on every day. Yes, till the end of March, every day there are tests going on. There'll be 10 questions and 30 minutes will be given to you. Yes, 10 questions and 30 minutes will be given to you. You give the test, you get the analysis of it, you get your scores. If you are in the top ranks, you get a chance to win some amount also. This would be in terms of vouchers or in terms of scholarships. Yes, rewards worth rupees 18,000. Yes, this has already started on the 22nd. If you did not know, this happens every Monday to Saturday. Every day, 6 days, Monday to Saturday. So you have another week left and a chance to win, 7 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Yes, and the analysis for that will happen on the Sunday, last day. Cool. Okay, are you guys ready for the quiz now? Are you all ready for the quiz? Guys, quickly say yes. I'll start the quiz. We'll start for coordinate geometry. We haven't done much of it, but let's start. Okay, we'll do one quiz every day. Let's just do 10 questions. That's way more than enough. Yes, 10 questions, 80 seconds per question. I'll give you the code for it. The code is quiz ID. 116960. Quickly join. If you do not have the app, download the app, guys. Download the app, Unacademy learning app. Learning app. Step 1, then register yourself. You can use your mobile number to register, and then when they ask for the code, use Surana Live. If they're not asking, it's okay. Go to tests. Under test you will have join quiz, live test, live quiz. Go to that, go to join quiz and enter the ID 116960. Quickly join, guys. Okay, no issues, Nalin. How about others? Sonu, download the app. Go to the Play Store, download Unacademy learning app. If you already have the app and you've registered, then in the bottom column you will have tests. Go to tests. There you will see live quiz. Click on that, click on join quiz. It will ask for an ID. Enter this ID 116960. So far no one has joined. Okay, Milan has joined. Superb. Manem, nobody. It's not available on the website. You're gonna have to download the app. You'll have to download the app. See, Milan has already joined. Others? Okay, I think S is for Shreyashi, if I'm not wrong. Shreyashi has also joined. Anyone else? Well, start the quiz. You guys can join in later also. Quickly join in, guys. Try these. So we still haven't done parallel lines, perpendicular lines, but you can try this if you want. And try doing this logically also. No issues, Milan. Don't worry. Okay, these are two circles. I don't think you'd know. If you know the concept behind equation of circles, you can try this. This question is a little advanced. So these two circles are tangential to each other. They're touching each other at one point. Superb, Milan. It's a quadrilateral given to you. I want you to find the area of it. We still haven't done area of triangle, area of quadrilateral. We'll be doing that, but if you can give a shot, try out by finding the distance between each of these points. These points will be in an order, A B C D या A B C D जैसे भी है order में है ये. Superb, Milan. From the origin. Superb, Milan, Shreyashi. No issues, Levi. don't worry. They've given the circumcircle, they want you to find out the area of the circumcircle. The radius of the circumcircle is circumcenter, say one of the vertices. So if you can use the logic there and try and find out. They've given it's an equilateral triangle. We will be talking about, tomorrow we'll be talking about circumcenter, incenter, centroid. Yeah, orthocenter, how to find out the coordinates of that. But then, to be honest, some of them will will make use of trigonometry, which could be a little pain. Okay. No issues. Area of the square. This circle circumscribes the given square, right? If this is your square, then this is the circle, and they've given two diametrically opposite points. That means this is your diameter. The diameter will give the diagonal of the square. Use that diagonal, find out A. If this is D, then this is D by root 2. This is also D by root 2. You need to multiply D by root 2 into D by root 2. That's basically D square by 2. Jaldi karo. Very simple question. No. Superb, Shubham. As in, welcome. 3 more questions to go. Very good, Milan. They've given both the diagonals, but the second diagonal they've given in terms of equation. We, however, haven't completed equation part, but you can still try this question. Last but one question, 2 more to go. पैराबोला क्या होता है शुभम? पैराबोला इज व्हेन यू हैव अ क्वाड्रेटिक फंक्शन, ये होता है पैराबोला. हाँ, क्विज हमेशा यही टाइम पे होता है. सुपर मिलन, नो इश्यूज मनम. Try is just a random quiz. Two equations and one line is given to you. X equal to y is a line that will pass through the center, the origin, at 45 degrees. Done. Not bad. So these questions were complex, very little to do with distance or section formula. Congratulations Milan, Manam, Shreyashi. No issues Shubham. Just a face, just a part. Yeah, okay. So guys, what I want you to understand is these sessions will go on every day. Chalo. These sessions will go on every day. I want you to understand that these are important to attend and time should be given to them. Jaldi jaldi mein karne se koi matlab nahi hai. Today at 8 p.m. we will be today? We'll be doing introduction to number systems. Yes, we're starting number systems in the evening, 8 p.m. Yes, and tomorrow at 3 p.m. we will be doing coordinate geometry ka second lecture. Yes, we'll be looking at centroid, orthocenter, yes, all of that. Yes, and tomorrow at 8 p.m. we will start number system ka first lecture, that is types of numbers. ठीक है, नेगेटिव रिपोर्ट आया, कोई इश्यू नहीं है, कभी कभी नेगेटिव अच्छा रहता है. What is the weightage of number system? Manam, number system takes up about 10%, a little less than 10%. Yeah. However, this 10% of the questions, that's what people normally leave and come, right? So number system can actually be your score booster. Yes, we'll talk about all that in detail today at 8 p.m. So you can be there at 8 p.m. Manam. Yeah. Okay guys, I've told you about this test series that's happening every day 7 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Yes, you can take the subscription. If you guys are planning on taking the subscription before the price hike, please go ahead and do that. Use my referral code Surana Live to get your 10% discount. Yes, this is for plus. And take any one of these also, but the most preferred ones are 12 and 24 months one. If you're planning on taking Iconic, then there's 12 months and 24 months one, which will cover not just CAT but also other management entrance tests. Yes, along with that you will also have your GD, WAT and PI also covered. You will have a personal mentor who will help you with any issues that you face throughout, right? Be it related to test, be it related to your applications, admissions, whatever. Yeah, and these mentors are all alumni of top colleges like IIMs. So go ahead, take the subscription of Iconic, use my referral code Surana Life and get your 10% discount. There are also no cost EMI options available, so go ahead and check them out if you want to get it. Yeah. Alright guys, thank you very much for being a part of this session. I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. here on Unacademy CAT. Yeah, if you are a plus or an Iconic subscriber, then today 6 p.m. we'll be doing a session on circles. Go ahead and join that. Thank you guys, bye bye, have a great day ahead, keep learning, let's crack it.